Okay, so today we are doing the thermoscientific gene jet DNA purification protocol. All right, so what we have here is all of our samples and our centrifuge and our microcentrifuge tube. So we're going to start off with a microcentrifuge tube, and then we're going to use 0.1 gram of sample. I'm just going to put it in there like that. And then we're going to use our lysis buffer A, which we have already prepared. We're going to do about 7 microliters, and it varies depending on your professor or the protocol you're following. So we're going to do 700. That. I'm just going to put it in here. Alright. And then now next, you're going to add in 100 microliters of lysis buffer B and 20 microliters of RNase A. Okay, just add it to that. And then you want to add 20 microliters of the RNase A. And then you want to just add it into there. Alright, so now once you have it, you want to put it into your boat, and then that's where we're going to centrifuge it. We're going to incubate it for 10 minutes at 65 Celsius. Just give it a little mix, and then you want to put it into your boat, and then you want to pop it right into here for about 10 minutes. Stir occasionally about every 2 minutes. So now we're going to add 130 microliters. I'm going to take 130 microliters of the precipitation solution into our microcentrifuge tube from earlier. And then now you want to sit on ice for about 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes of putting it on ice, you want to take your sample, and just another water sample is fine, and then you want to centrifuge it for 8 minutes at 13.3, which is the highest that it can go. Just open it. You have the top. You want to take one side right there. You want to go around to the other side. Just make sure it's balanced. And then you want to close it. And then you want to go up to as high as you can go, which is 13.3. And then set the timer for 8 minutes. And then you would press start, and it would go on for 8 minutes. Once it's done, take out your sample. Yes. Alright, once your sample has been centrifuged for 8 minutes at 13.3, you want to take it and you want to transfer about 450 to 500 microliters of your sample into a new centrifuge tube, microcentrifuge tube. I'm just going to transfer it to a new one like that. And in that microcentrifuge tube, I'm going to add 400 microliters of the plant gDNA binding solution. And then I'm going to add about 400 microliters of 96% ethanol. And then I'm just going to mix well by vortexing it. Okay. Alright, so after vortexing it, mixing it thoroughly, we're going to take about 650. You want something around 600 to 700 microliters. You're going to take that.
Yep. Let's do it.
And then open that. Take an amount of that sample, and then you want to put it into a spin column. Now with this and a balancer, you're gonna centrifuge this for 1 minute at 600.
Oh, that's right. I got the file.
6.0. And then you're gonna press play, and it'll centrifuge. So now you want to discard your flow-through solution. So the bottom half, which would contain solution, you would just dump it out, put it back on here, and then you would just take the rest of your sample here, and you would pipe it and just top it right on top of that one. You would take that sample again with your balancer. You would balance it one more time. Again for 1 minute, 6.0. And then once you get it back, you would add 500 microliters of the wash buffer. So by this point, there should be flow through. There should be nothing right here. So we'll take about 500 microliters of the wash buffer. Add it to the top of your spin column.
I'm seriously not joking. Like, you just use
And then you will centrifuge it again for 1 more minute, but this time at 800 or 8.0. Once you receive it back, you would have more discard, and then you would just dump it out. Now we're going to add 500 microliters of wash buffer 2. Right on top. And then we're going to centrifuge it for 3 minutes at the highest speed, which is 13.3. And again, this is for 3 minutes. We're going to take it and we're going to use a new microcentrifuge tube. We're going to transfer the top half of our spin column into the new microcentrifuge. We're going to take this and then we're going to add our elution buffer. Our elution buffer is going to be 100 microliters. Taking, and then you're going to incubate this for 5 minutes at room temperature. After 5 minutes up, you're going to centrifuge it at 1 minute for at 8,000 or 8.0. Once you're done, and take it out of the centrifuge, you want to add another 100 microliters of elution buffer on top. that up.